Hey guys, having technical problems tonight, but I finally got it to work. Yay! So here's my question. When it comes to your brain, will any green vegetable do? Hi, I'm Bernice Hunt, and I am a brain health specialist. I work with women just like you who are starting to notice a few memory challenges, and I help you to stay sharp so that as you age, you can still travel, have fun with your grandkids, and experience new adventures without missing a beat. As a school teacher for over 30 years, I've heard lots of other teachers teach their students jingles for encouragement. And I have one of my fellow co-workers, retired teacher now like me, Paulette. She used to always teach her students this jingle: good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best. I used to love to hear her kids say that. And I hope that when it comes to brain health, that we are having that same attitude. Okay, so hopefully you saw my last video. I did a video a few days ago on prebiotics. And so that was about different prebiotics and what it has to do with your brain and your gut. And so I want to continue with that. Today, I want to talk more about the connection between the gut and your brain and why having a healthy gut is going to lead you to have a healthier brain. And I also want to give you some specific prebiotic foods that you might want to eat on a continual basis. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. You probably have already heard about the brain-gut connection and all of that and all the little critters that are inside of us. So I just want to elaborate on a little bit, because did you know that you have 10 to the 14th power of microbes or gut bacteria inside you? I said 10 to the 14th power. That means a 1 with 14 zeros behind it. I can't even say what that number is. You know, we go hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, and I don't even know what's after that, guys. But 10 to the 14th power, that's a lot of gut bacteria, most of it in your colon. We are overwhelmed and outnumbered with gut bacteria. In fact, they say we have more bacteria in us than we have cells in our body. So we just need to get over that thing about you little critters inside of us, because it's a symbiotic relationship. You scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of thing. God knew what he was doing when he made us. And guess what? He made it so we have those microbes inside of us, that gut bacteria inside of us, the good ones and the ones we call the bad ones. They're not really bad when you keep them under control. They have a job to do as well. In fact, the gut bacteria, we need them. They have a job to do. They help us. And also we need to replenish them, and we have to feed them. Okay, so we're supposed to take care of them and they will take care of us. That's how this thing works. Okay, they are not freeloading, and we're not trying to get rid of all of them. Okay, all right, so our gut bacteria are also not shy. They are residents, and they're have their own little community, and they're not shy. They talk to our brain, and they have a lot to say. They give our brain an earful of information, but it works that way. They have their phone system is our vagus nerve. It's the longest nerve that's in our body, and it communicates, the gut bacteria communicates to our brain that way, and the brain also communicates to our gut bacteria with that vagus nerve. And so there's a whole system that's been set up to work well when we work it. Okay. All right. So in fact, the gut bacteria is so important to us that they call it the second brain. So I want you to stop thinking of your colon as necessarily a body part, more of a community. It's where a lot of resident bacteria live with jobs to do, and we need to be good hosts to them. Feed them what they need to eat. Okay. All right. So you know how you are when you get hungry, when you get irritated, when you get angry. Everybody knows it, right? Because your attitude changes. Sometimes you say things that you later wish you might not have said, or you say things the wrong way. It may be the truth, but the way you say it is not received. Okay, so you know how that is when you're irritated or angry or hungry. So just think about our bacteria in that regard as well. if we're not feeding them what they need to eat, if we keep on stuffing our mouth with all kind of stuff, but it's not getting down to them, they can't eat that stuff. Imagine how their attitude's going to be regarding us. Imagine what the things they're going to be saying when they're talking and sending messages to our brain. Okay, so we need to keep that in mind, because how would you want people to treat you? Okay, all right. So when our gut gets out of balance because of the problems we're having with our bacteria, it influences the kind of conversations that it's having with their brain. And research is telling us that it influences our stress levels. It also influences our sleep cycle. It influences definitely our behavior, levels of depression, our mood, and even the neurotransmitters, even the messengers that are sending messages across the cells and stuff. It influences those as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on when they're not feeling it. Okay, so we want to make sure that we have a peaceful community down there. Okay, all right. So people say, you've heard this all the time, people say a happy wife, a happy life. All right, that's an instruction they give to husbands, newlyweds. Okay, I like to say a happy gut won't mess your brain up. So if your gut is happy, it's a better chance that your brain is also going to be functioning a lot better. Okay, so keep that in mind as well, because here's the deal. Brain issues are helped, improved by the lifestyle changes that create a happier gut environment. Okay, and inflammation can be a result of problems in your gut. That when I say in your gut, I'm talking about your critters. Problems that they're having in there, can't do their job right for whatever the reasons are. Inflammation can be a result of that. And chronic inflammation, as you know, is a gateway to Alzheimer's, dementia, depression, all that kind of stuff. So that's not where you want to go. And one step you can take is to get a healthier gut, which means taking better care of your gut bacteria. So one thing that your gut bacteria needs is the proper food. And like I said before, the majority of the gut bacteria is down in your colon, not in your small intestine area, but down into your large intestine or your colon. And so the food has to get down there to feed them. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you're feeding them the kinds of food that will get down there to feed them. And not all food will. That's why I said at the beginning, is any kind of green vegetable good for your brain, because what's good for your gut is good for your brain. And although green vegetables and things are good for you, when we're talking specifically about brain health, we need to keep a healthy gut. And the colon bacteria thrive on prebiotics. Okay, prebiotics are plant foods, but not all plant foods are prebiotics. So you have to kind of know and make sure that you're getting prebiotic food. Prebiotic food are foods that will not get digested up in the small intestine. They can make their way all the way down into your colon. That's where the colon bacteria will say, yummy, yummy, you guys left some stuff for me, and they will eat that. They'll ferment it, and then they will eat those prebiotic foods. And the good news is that there's a lot of different kinds of prebiotic foods. And so you can find the ones, find the ones that you, prefer, kind of thing, but just make sure you are pulling from prebiotics. Okay. So examples of some plant foods that are prebiotic is spinach, okay, and Swiss chard, and romaine lettuce, okay, and arugula, which I love. Arugula, okay, those are collard greens, which I also love. Okay, those are examples of some plant foods that you can grow yourself in your home, or outside or inside your house, however you want to do it. You can grow those yourself, and that's why I'm telling you that, because if you can't pull from the other sources of prebiotic food, you can grow those things, guys, and you can have those at your fingertip all the time. Okay, so you can make salads, and you can make smoothies, and you can make you can cook them for side dishes, kinds of things, and you can even put them in your sandwich, the different lettuces and stuff in your sandwich. So there's all kinds of ways you can use them to get those prebiotic foods down to your gut bacteria. Okay, so if you would like, I have a list of over 30 prebiotic foods that I can give to you, because I have on my tower garden, I grow at least 10 or so on a regular basis. Okay, and so there's a lot of them you can grow at home. So I have a list of like 30, choices that you can have. If you want to hear more about my tower garden that I have in my house, I have one inside, one outside my house. I'm happy to share that with you. You can just schedule a private call with me. It's a free private call about the tower garden and about growing more things on it. And I will leave that link for you in case you're interested. In case you want to do that, I'll post that link for you so you'll have it, because your brain's destiny is in your hands.